Welcome to the Dark Horse Chess Channel. Please subscribe and hit the like button. Today's game is between Lionel Kieseritzky and Kieseritzky-Eckstaedt. The game began e4, c5, d4. This is the Smith-Morra Gambit. C takes d4, c3, d takes c3, knight takes c3. This is the Smith-Morra Gambit fully accepted. The engine gives white a slight advantage here. In the Smith-Morra Gambit, white sacrifices a pawn for an early lead in development. Both bishops have great range. The queen has great range, including a half-open queen file, and white can castle in 2 moves. Black, on the other hand, is up a pawn. Both bishops can't move. The queen has limited range, and it's going to take 3 moves for black to castle. Black played knight to c6, knight to f3, e6, bishop to c4, and black played a6. The engine gives white a slight advantage here. In the Smith-Morra Gambit, the knight on c3 is a very powerful piece. Often it will jump to b5, d5, e4, and then d6 with devastating consequences for black. Black has pushed these 2 pawns, a6 and e6, to stop the knight from jumping to these squares. White castled, bishop to c5, rook to e1, b5, attacking the bishop. Bishop dropped back to b3, and black played knight to f6. When black plays knight to f6, one of the common strategies in the Smith-Morra Gambit is to play e5, and then the knight on c3 jumps to e4, and then to d6, cramping black's position. White can then reinforce the knight by playing bishop to f4 and try and control these critical dark squares. White did play e5, black moved knight to g4, white responded knight to e4, and black played bishop to b4, attacking the rook. If white plays knight to d6 check now, black responds bishop takes d6, queen takes d6, queen to e7, queen takes, knight takes, and here white plays h3, the knight has to go back to h6, and white plays bishop takes h6, g takes h6, and here white has a 4/10 of a point advantage. Returning white's 12th move, white did not play knight to d6 check. White played knight on f to g5. And here we have a bishop attacking the rook and a queen attacking the undefended knight on g4. If black plays bishop takes rook, white responds knight to d6 check. The king moves to f8, queen takes knight, and here black plays bishop takes f2 check. The purpose of bishop takes f2 check is if white plays king takes bishop, black plays knight takes e5, the queen moves, and then black queen comes over, checks the king, and then wins the undefended knight at d6. White did play king takes f2, knight takes e5, attacking the queen went to e4. This is a double attack, the queen attacking the knight and the rook. Black responded, queen to b6 check. White blocked with the bishop. Queen takes d6. Queen takes rook. After queen to c7, white has a 1.5 advantage. Returning to black's 12th move, black did not play bishop takes rook. Black played knight on c takes e5. White responded h3. After the knight moves, white will have a discovered attack against the undefended knight at e5. The knight went back to f6. And white played queen to d4, attacking the knight, but leaving the rook undefended. The best move for black was to play knight to c6, attacking the queen. The queen dropped back to d1. Knight takes knight, rook takes knight. And after bishop to e7, black has a 1 1/3 point advantage. Returning to black's 14th move, black did not play knight to c6. Black played bishop takes rook. White responded knight to d6 check, king to f8, queen takes knight, queen to c7, knight on g takes f7, and black played bishop to b4. Here white played this beautiful move, bishop to h6. If black takes the bishop, white plays queen takes knight, and white has an unstoppable checkmate. Black played bishop takes d6, the best move, and white played this beautiful move, queen takes knight. Black can't take the queen because the pawn on g7 is pinned, so black played the best move, king to e8. White responded, queen takes g7, and black played the best move, rook to f8. The best move for white was to play bishop to d1. Black responds by playing bishop to b7, and then white has bishop to h5 with a discovered attack against the black king. And here white has checkmate in 15. Let's go back to white's 21st move. White did not play bishop to d1. White played knight to g5. Black responded queen to c5. White played knight to e4 with an attack against the bishop and the queen. The queen went to e5, and here the best move for white was to play knight takes bishop check. If white plays knight takes bishop check, black responds queen takes knight, bishop to d1, bishop to b7, bishop to h5 check. The best move is to go king to d8, queen takes rook, queen takes queen, bishop takes queen, and white has a 5-point advantage. Returning to white's 23rd move, white did not play knight takes bishop check. White played rook to e1. And here black can stay in the game by playing queen to h2 check, and after king to f1, white has slightly less than a 2-point lead. In the game, black played bishop to b7, and this leads to a series of beautiful combinations by white. White played bishop takes e6, d takes e6, queen takes bishop, rook to b8, attacking the queen, knight to d6 check, queen takes knight, rook takes e6 check, the queen has to take it, queen takes rook, king to d7, queen takes rook, and here black resigned. Please subscribe and hit the like button. Thanks for watching.